Alright, so in the previous section we basically learned how to stretch the neck up here, the trap muscles on the top of our shoulders, our jaw a bit, and into our head. This time we're going to work on basically our arms and our shoulders. Okay, we're going to start off doing our tricep muscles, which go down the back of here between the elbow and the shoulder. It's pretty easy to stretch. We just take our hand, reach up, grab with the opposite arm, and basically drop this hand behind the head, and then take this hand here and pull backwards. So what you're doing is, for me in this case, I'm stretching my right trap muscle. And by doing that, I reach my right arm up into the air. I grab with my left arm, my right elbow, and pull that elbow back behind my head. And I want to hold this for about 20 seconds or so. Okay. Now when that's done, reach it out. We shake out our arm. We do the opposite. Now we're going to stretch the left tricep. We reach up, grab the left elbow with our right hand, drop the left arm back, and pull the left elbow with our right arm behind our head. Again, to stretch my left tricep, I reach up into the air, drop my left hand behind my head, I grab my left elbow with my right hand, and I pull it back. Okay, that's my tricep stretch. Now, from here, what I want to do is I want to stretch out my shoulders, our deltoids. Okay? And there's a few stretches for this one. Alright, we start off by stretching the right deltoid by crossing our arm over, our right arm over for stretching our right shoulder. Use our left arm, basically put our right elbow inside our left curved arm, and we take that left arm and we pull the right elbow over to the left. So again, what I do is to stretch my right shoulder muscle out. I will take my right hand, I will cross over, I'll take my left arm, put it in the nook of my left arm with my right elbow, and pull. And that's how I stretch out my right shoulder. And I can drop it down a little bit, can bring it back up. Okay, just to get differences in the stretch, differences in where it actually reaches within the muscle. Now, secondly, I'm going to do the same stretch on the opposite side. So I take my left arm, and I'm going to stretch my left shoulder out. I reach over, I take my right arm, and in the crook of my right arm, I pull that left elbow over. And again, that's stretching right here. So, to get a deeper stretch, I use my opposite arm and pull the arm that I'm stretching across my body to get a deeper stretch. Okay, when I'm done, I shake it out. The second shoulder stretch that I use a lot, and can be difficult if you're not limber, is basically I reach behind my back and I interlace my fingers, and then what I do is interlace my fingers and I go up my arms like that. So my fingers are interlaced, my arms are straight, and I try and bring them up to the top of my head as best I can. The more my hands come towards the camera, the more I'm stretching. So again, let me show you this from the beginning. Okay, my hands are a little slippery, so from sweat. So I take my hands behind my back like this. Okay, I interlace my fingers, and with bent elbows, I bring my arms up until the point they straighten. And then what I do is I'm pushing my clenched fist away from the camera, away from you, and towards the opposite side of the room. Okay, that's the shoulders. Alright, now from here, what we want to do is we want to stretch, okay, the lat muscles underneath the arms and also the chest. And I'll show you that how I do my chest without a shirt on. Okay, so for my chest right in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the wall, put my hand against the wall, Okay, put my leg against the wall, and I'm going to try and lean in. So my hand is against the wall, straight arm. I'm leaning in, at the same time I'm trying to twist. So I'm trying to twist that direction. And as I twist, I start to feel the stretch within my pecs, within my chest right here. And I can lower my hand, or I can raise my hand, and depending on where I place it, I'll feel the stretch in different areas. Okay, so I shake that out. Now I do the opposite side with my right hand, put it against the wall, lean into the wall, and try and twist again towards the mirrors. And I raise my arm up, and I feel the stretch slightly higher up in my chest muscles. And I bring it down, and I feel it in a different area as well. So I basically stretch those out. From here, what I want to do is I want to stretch my lats. These are the muscles that swimmers use right under here. Okay? And to do that, I basically put two hands on the wall, and I walk away from the wall, and I lean in. And I'm placing my weight on my hands here. So again, to stretch my lats, I place my hands on the wall, my feet far away from the wall, and what I do is I try and lean in. And the farther away I get from the wall, the deeper stretch I get. Sometimes I might want to do it with just one side, like I'm doing now, and that will help me get in a little deeper into the belly of the lat. And then the other side. You have to remember, these stretches are not rocket science, they're a matter of feel. And the way you move your body, for instance, as I twist my hips this way, from here to here, I'm increasing the stretch. And I'm increasing it in my back, not on my front part of my lat, but on my back in here. So you can do everything from change the motion a little bit in your hips, to come in a little bit closer to the wall, or farther away. Another way to do this, which is nice, is to grab onto something like this. Okay, when you grab onto something, what you do is you put your feet closer to that object, and now you're pulling away. So for instance, I'm grabbing onto the beams on this weight machine. And what I do is I lean away from what I'm gripping, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to pull my arms out of the sockets, basically. And when I pull them out of the sockets, or when I'm pulling against the rails, I feel the stretch in different parts of my back, depending on how I'm arched. Okay. So, to rehash, now what we just covered was, we covered the tricep stretch back here, we covered the shoulder stretch over here, we covered the shoulder stretch like this, right there. Okay? We covered the chest stretch by leaning in and twisting, the lats in different areas, like so. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move lower down in the body into our abs.